Hello guys. Today I just saw Bohemian Rhapsody this weekend. Let's talk about that. It was released this year, 2018. It's rated PG-13, and it's about 2 hours and 14 minutes long. It's a reasonably long movie, though I didn't feel the length at that time. It has an 8.4 out of 10 on IMDb with about 132,000 user votes. Of course, that could change, and 49% by Metacritic, though, with about 45 critics. It stars Rami Malek, who was the lead guy in Mr. Robot, and Lucy Boynton, who was in Sing Street. It's directed by Bryan Singer of the X-Men movies, but there's some debate on that, and we'll get to that in a bit. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has 62% by critics, about 321 critics, and 91% by audience, about 5,100-ish audience people. And the critics' consensus is Bohemian Rhapsody hits a handful of high notes, but as an in-depth look at a beloved band, it offers more of a medley than a true greatest hits collection. I agree. This movie takes some liberties with real life. One too many, in my opinion. And all of those a big chunk of the liberties are toward the second half of the movie, the last third-ish of the movie, and they're the worst part of the movie. Like, anything that they made up for the movie is the worst part of the movie, and it really drags it. It really does. Highlights. The guy, Malek's portrayal of Mercury is so awesome. It is the best part of the movie by far. It is, like, great. It's an awesome performance. Direction is tricky because Bryan Singer was the director of it, but there was some behind-the-scenes shenanigans with him. There wasn't really a lot of good stuff going on there, so he ended up getting credited as the director, but they had another guy direct a lot of stuff for him because he was away doing stuff. There was something going on. I don't know what, but there was shit going on there. So, but besides that, it felt fine. Really, the biggest problem with the film's the script. The script that they used to translate it to real life. I have some problems with it. They take some liberties with the story that I looked up the not true facts after the movie, but even during the movie when I was watching it, I could tell what felt off. Because I'm a huge Queen fan, and I was watching him like, this didn't happen. I'm sure this didn't happen. None of this happened. And I was right. It didn't. And you can tell because the story was using cliches that I've seen in other musical biographies. I mean, it's recognizable. And it's a shame, really, because they had a great thing on here. First of all, the cinematography's great in this movie. The way the camera angles work, the way they shot the performances and the music and the recording is awesome. I love the performances. The last performance of the movie at Live Aid, oh my god, amazing. I will say this. The movie handling Freddie Mercury's sexuality, I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't mind that it was rated PG-13. I felt like they got away with a lot for a PG-13 rating. The movie could have easily been R if they really wanted to. But I think they did a good job with that. But I think the biggest issue I have is the liberties it takes if it takes liberties to make the film feel more climactic at the end than it really needed to be. And the thing is, it didn't need those cliches. It was this real life story of Queen is awesome enough. The things that the bandmates go through is awesome enough. You don't need to throw in the cliches in there. And that reminds me, the best parts of the film is when the focus is on the bandmates. Not just Freddie Mercury, but Brian May, John Deacon, Roger Taylor. When it's all of them together, I love it. And when you see them like working off each other, when you see them working on music and everything, and see them performing, that's awesome. The way they film the performances is amazing. Um, I like the I like and the way they use the music is great too. Soundtrack's awesome. It's Queen music pretty much. It's awesome. Direction, cinematography, acting. Yeah, I say it's a solid movie. I like it fine. I probably would watch it again, but I like the use of color in this film too, before I forget. But I just have a problem with the liberties they take with the story, because not only is it not true and it's not right, but it really drags down the film. I'm not kidding. Once they start using them, it feels like, they pretty much just manipulate real life events to fit musical biography cliches, to format the story a way they want it to. And it's a shame, because it really hurts the film. And all of it's really in a certain part of the film, too. It's not really spread out, really. It's really in a specific part. And it's towards the second half of the third climax. Well, it doesn't ruin the climax by any means. And it doesn't ruin the rest of the film, really. It just, when you're in that moment, it's just like, okay, I know where this is going. I know where it's going to end up. I've seen this before, and bunch. I'm not kidding. Any Queen fan will automatically know that shit's wrong. And even someone who watches movies casually can feel the clichéness. And it's so cliche that you have to question, did this happen in real life? And you shouldn't have to, especially with Queen. That's really the biggest criticism. I guess I would have liked to see another one. This one's a real minor one. I would have liked to see more the story. Since the movie is about Queen, I would have liked a little more balance with Freddie Mercury and the other bandmates' lives. But I understand the focus on Freddie Mercury, and I don't really mind it. And it is a star performance from Malik doing Freddie Mercury. It is a star-making performance, so I don't really mind that as much. And in all honesty, out of the four, Freddie Mercury was the most complex of the four guys, in all honesty. So I understand the need to delve more into him. But the other three guys were super talented. I mean, John Deacon, he wrote so many hit songs for the group. Brian May, Roger, they were all talented. They all deserved their focus. But yeah, I wish they would have stuck with real life a bit more, a lot more actually. I wish they just, you see, I wouldn't mind if the movie was longer, if it was more accurate. If they kept the way it was filmed, the style and the acting the same, all the good parts the same, they just made it longer and they stuck more with real life, I wouldn't have minded that. And while the movie is a little over 2 hours long, it didn't feel that way to me. The only time it felt slow was when they were doing that stupid cliche shit. Yeah, I would watch it again. I don't know if I would buy it. It is still in theaters, so I do recommend checking out. Seeing the movie in theaters is awesome, especially seeing how they come up with songs and the performances. It's really cool. Just keep in mind they take liberties, and it's unfortunate. Like a lot of I could go on with the cliches, but you all know what you all know the cliches. If I could name them single-handedly from memory because they stuck out that bad, which is unfortunate. But does it ruin the movie as a whole? No, it's still a good movie. It's still worth seeing the price of admission. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Bohemian Rhapsody. It's a good movie. Check it out. Just keep in mind the inaccuracies, and outside of that, it's a solid movie. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.